Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is a quick video about the Undertaker losing his streak at Wrestlemania to Brock Lesnar. I think it was possibly the best call with the Undertaker losing, because I feel that Brock Lesnar is pretty much the only guy in the entire WWE roster that could actually genuinely beat the Undertaker. I mean, I know in the past you had people like Triple H and Shawn Michaels, go up against him at WrestleMania to try and beat him. My views are on that is, if Triple H beat him, I feel that most fans will probably see the win for Triple H as a bit of a, arse licking towards Vince McMahon, who's obviously his father-in-law, and I don't think the fans would have taken to that very kindly. I feel that if Shawn Michaels had beat him, I just couldn't have seen it myself. I mean, I know Shawn Michaels, as good as he is, it probably wouldn't have gone down very well. Whether it's just a size thing, I just couldn't see the outcome of that. But I genuinely feel it was probably the best call. Because put it this way, right? If the Undertaker had won, then obviously he could have retired, and his streak would have been obviously intact. 22-0 it could have been, and that would have gone into the history books, and everything will be set in stone, and he could have retired and whatnot. But to put another spin on it, I think as he'd lost, he's probably still gone out on top, because he's lost and it's got probably the best reaction to any match at WrestleMania ever, period. Probably the most shocking result ever, because no one anticipated him losing. Because if you think, as he'd lost, he's probably gone out on a high, because, like I say, no one expected the result. And obviously, in years to come, 10, 20 years' time, people will still be talking about that one match, that one result. Whereas if he'd won, everyone said, oh, Undertaker went 22-0 at WrestleMania. Whereas now, as he's gone 21-1, it's more effective. Because if you think, bloody hell, no one expected that, result at the end of the day. So I feel people will probably talk about this match more in 10 years' time, 20 years' time, as he'd lost. So I think the only downside of the result was the fact that Brock Lesnar's probably now a sort of like a part-time wrestler. He's probably only doing sort of 3 or 4 major pay-per-views a year, probably like a Royal Rumble or SummerSlam, and obviously WrestleMania, so he's probably only doing like 3 or 4 major pay-per-views a year. So that's the only real sort of bullshit side of things to it. But if you think, I don't think there was another guy on the roster that could actually beat him. I mean, obviously, like I said earlier, Shawn Michaels is gone, Triple H is retired obviously as well, and to be honest, the only other guys on the roster that could beat him were John Cena. I mean, come on, that's just not going to be, it's just not going to cut the mustard, really. I mean, could you really see John Cena at WrestleMania beating The Undertaker? No. The fans would just, no, they just wouldn't have it, basically. If John Cena had won, it would just basically just shit all over the streak. And anyone else on the roster that could beat him? Randy Orton maybe, but for me, Brock Lesnar was pretty much the best candidate and the most realistic person who could actually genuinely beat The Undertaker. And in fact, The Undertaker himself actually picked him out to face him and possibly beat him as well. So yeah, give me a like, Give me some comments. Give me a comments down below. See what your reactions are to the result, and please subscribe and share this video around. Thanks guys, and I'll see you soon.